So it's been a year since we all met. It was fantastic last year, wasn't it?
It was. Last year was really fantastic. It's really good to be here.
And what are your memories of that wonderful lunch of the old bags?
Well, nearly falling off the stage and saying a very rude word, forgetting that my mic was on. And just hearing you in the background laughing. Oh,
But what the old bags lunch does is raise so much money for people like yourself.
yeah, they have raised an extremely lot of money. And I think a lot of young people are really grateful for it.
It is good, and it's a nice way of raising money too, isn't it?
It is. It's a very nice way of getting to meet their old fellow friends, splashing, having some fun, some laughter. Yeah.
For those who might not have been there, tell us your story. I mean, can you let us know how your life has reached out with the Prince's Trust?
I found out I was pregnant at 14, had my wee boy at 15, and he was in hospital for a month or two. Was sure about dropping out of school. Parents kept on pushing me to stay in, so I completed my 6 years and decided to go to college, and done my 3 years of hairdressing, qualified, to then hope for employment. Found out quite fast that that wasn't easy. So I went to the job centre and they helped me go into job seeker allowance, and found that the money they were giving me to live on wasn't keeping me going. So I started basically not having enough food in the house, only having very little money left to live on, and went to the Prince's Trust, and here I am now, working in a great job that I love.
And what is that job?
So I'm a healthcare support worker in the Children's Hospital in Glasgow. Get to work with all the kiddies.
And you love that?
I do, I love it.
Did it? I mean, so this all came through the Prince's Trust?
Mm-hmm.
And so the help they gave you was fantastic, obviously.
Extremely fantastic. 'Cause I wouldn't be here if it wasn't from them. I don't like to think where I'd be at this time and moment. Really dark and gloomy, probably.
Did you find that the problem that you had was affecting you mentally? Was it sort of a problem that because you had a child, you had no job, no work? Did you reach really low depths?
I probably think then I didn't think I was, but think about it more now, I would probably say so. Yeah, I mean it wasn't low to the point where I'd class I had depression, but it was quite low.
And did you go and see anybody, like a psychiatrist or anything like that? It was just the Prince's Trust for your psychiatrist?
Yes, yes, they helped me put positive thoughts through my head. When I kept on saying I couldn't do it, I won't do it, and they were like, no, you can do it. You just need to start believing in yourself.
And you did believe in yourself?
Eventually.
And you went on to win the Star Award?
Yeah.
How was that?
That was a big surprise. That was a shock to the system.
Then you got a message from the First Minister?
That was a big shock. I was like, she knows my name. And I'm like, oh my goodness.
She knows everybody's name. Don't be special.
Thanks there, Christopher, thanks.
And also Prince Charles.
Yes. That was a wow moment.
So you'll be going to the palace to receive your damehood.
Maybe. I like to be on a list.
Now, what would you give any advice to young people who are in trouble like you were at that particular time, and to say to them, go to the Prince's Trust and get help from them? Would you recommend them?
Definitely. I'm a very proud, independent person, and I don't like asking for help. So I'm like a bit of a stubborn mule, basically, and I let that affect me. Ask for help, and you'll go in all the right places.
And how old's your child now?
He is 10.
10?
Yes, double digits now. I feel really old.
How fantastic. And have you got a partner?
Yes, I do. Matt, yes.
And is he a good daddy to your boy?
Yes, he is. He is a good daddy.
And no ring yet?
No, but I have been hinting. He did say though the ring that he was looking at was a bit expensive for himself, and I says just give me your mum's or your nan's. I was like, I don't need a pricey ring, just something very sentimental.
So do you think this is the man for you?
Yes, definitely.
Oh, good. And then will you have more children?
I'd love to have more children. I'd like to have like a five-a-side, but he says no.
You'll have to use some of the children at the hospital.
That's fine.
Yeah, to build up. What are your goals now?
So currently I'm in talk with a mentor from the Prince's Trust about looking into doing my mental health career. And we're kind of talking about what opportunities, how it'd be achievable. Then she was like, where do you see, if you do achieve your goal, where do you see yourself working as like, is it car stairs, there's a couple of prisons that I'm quite intrigued to work at. So yeah.
Prisons?
Yeah. Yep.
Have you ever been to a prison?
I mean, no. I haven't. I was like, have I? No, I haven't.
I went to visit someone once, and they are fascinating places. I mean, it's and of course, you could do a lot to help people there.
I mean, I watched. Is it Piers Morgan?
Yes.
Who done the prisons in America?
Oh yes, yes.
Yeah, I watched that and I thought it was very, very fascinating.
Yeah. And what happened during the lockdown? How did that affect you?
It was a bit of a weird one, to be honest. So the start of it, I was on annual leave before lockdown actually happened, and I had to decide. I didn't know what I was getting myself into. Basically, with Kyle being asthmatic, I was scared in case I brought anything home. So I discussed with grandparents, and he ended up staying there for 6 weeks. So that took quite a toll. Just not being able to go out as much, not seeing family and friends as I usually do, also had a big impact. And I was eating a lot of unhealthy food, so I was like, I'm going to have to do something about it. So I started running on a regular basis. That's helped a lot. And still being able to go to work and speak to different people is great, because when I came home to Matt and it'd be like a couple of days off, him breathing would just annoy me. I'm like, Matt, just don't breathe. Please don't. You annoy me. But yeah, it's been difficult.
Yeah, I think it's been difficult for all of us, but I mean, especially now. Did you do homeschooling with Kyle?
Yeah, I try. It's a good thing I'm not going to be a teacher, that's for sure.
You can nurse him better than teach him then.
Definitely, yeah. Maths is not my strong point. And there's English, because I can't spell half the words that he comes out with. So, yeah.
Well, finally, I want you to give a few words about why, and why it's so important that the Prince's Trust helped you.
The Prince's Trust is one of the best things that have ever happened to me in my life. If it wasn't for them and every single member of staff, I wouldn't be here. And to think of where I would be is really dark and gloomy. And I can definitely know for sure that there's people out there struggling who need help like the Prince's Trust. And if it wasn't for them being here, I don't think a lot of kids or young people, should I say, would be getting the right help into the right path to pursue a career.
Fantastic. Thank you so much.
Thank you.